4701 East Nettleton Avenue, Jonesboro, under the direction of Bishop Adrian Rogers and co-pastor Susan Rogers.
And now back to Community Conversations on KLEK 102.5 FM.
And we're back on Community Conversations on KLEK 102.5 FM. This is part 2 of Community Conversations for today. We just had part 1 with Jonesboro Mayor Harold Perrin. And now joining us in the studio is Mr. David Nunez. He is with the Arkansas United Community Coalition. I always kind of get that mixed up, so I have to make sure I get that right. And he has a guest with us today, which I was setting up the live streams. I didn't get to get the other guest down, but Kubila did, so I'm going to
Her name is Nada. I apologize. Her name is Nada, and I didn't get your last name. Marino, and she is a navigator with the AUCC. And so thank you all for joining us today. Mr. David, you said you wanted to talk about an event that you all have coming up. What and when is that event?
Sure. Thank you, first of all, for having us. We're glad to have this platform. And our event is for May 1st.
May 1st.
It's called May Day.
Oh, okay.
It is a celebration. It's an international celebration. It's been established many years ago, but this time around we're gonna take advantage of it by sending a message about the immigrant community, to express, the importance of having immigrants in this country and the potential and the contributions that we all make as immigrants. And so we're gonna have a rally and a march in Little Rock. It's gonna be a lot of fun. We're gonna have other organizations there. We're not the only state that is doing it.
Okay.
We have 26 other states that are trying to coordinate together, and so we're looking forward to it, and we're gonna meet and.
Okay. I was looking at your website, and if anyone would like to learn more about this organization, it is called Arkansas United Community Coalition, and they have a Facebook page, so you can see all the events and things that are going on. Unfortunately, I can't read everything because I clicked on the event tab for this May 1st event, and mostly everything is in Spanish. I can understand some of the words, but...
Well, David can translate it for us.
Definitely. And that's another thing, I'm glad you brought it up. We are a nonprofit organization, so we work through volunteers. And
Okay.
I'm constantly looking for volunteers that help us translate this information, because we're not only serving the Latino community, we're serving Asian community, Muslim community, all the.
Well, I may have
immigrants.
someone in mind that after we get off there, I recommend you who can speak Spanish. He's actually Afro-Hispanic, so he's actually African and Hispanic.
Okay.
But he's fluent in Spanish, so I'll put you in touch with him and see if he'd be interested in that opportunity.
That'd be great. And I also have a contact at one of the Chinese restaurants that her name is Kim.
Okay.
And so she but it is difficult to get volunteers to
Okay.
come.
We know.
So,
Okay.
but yeah, I wish the information was not only in Spanish, but we're working on it.
Okay. So I want to talk more about on May 1st. According to the event, it says a Dia Sin Inmigrantes, or Day Without Immigrants March. And it said it's going to take place in Little Rock at the state capitol. And this is happening all over the United States, though, on May the 1st. And so what is the purpose, or what are you trying to get people to see or understand with this event?
Well, the message that we want people to understand is the importance of having immigrants in this country.
Okay.
The contributions that we make sometimes are misrepresented, or they're undermined, or they just don't take in consideration. Right now, unfortunately, with this new administration, There's a lot of rhetoric against immigrant and the immigrant community, and so there is a lot of ugliness going on within the legislatures and the new legislator, and so we're trying to send a message that, hey, we're not, like that bad.
And not everyone is illegal. Not everyone is a criminal, and we're not going to get into all the politicalness of it, but that is just some of the negativity that has surrounded some of the talk when it comes to immigrants. Some people are trying to seek citizenship. It's just that they're having a hard time due to some of the legal things that they have to go through. So we hope that people, pay attention and they go out and support and they listen to what you have to say at this march. And I hope this won't be the last of these types of events.
Yeah, no, we're not trying to be political. We're not trying to get any. We're not trying to stir anything up for sure. We want to raise consciousness of the humanitarian movement. It's a movement about everybody is equal. Everybody has the same rights.
Yes.
Even in this country, if you're undocumented, you do have rights, and so we're always trying to let people know, and we do forums to let people know about their rights and stuff. But we're not trying to start.
We're not trying to start another.
And hopefully no, it won't be the last one either. We're looking forward to these ones have a good turnout and more people get involved.
Okay.
And so we'll see how it goes.
Alrighty. And so how has things been going with the coalition concerning what you're trying to do just right here in the city of Jonesboro?
Well, as of right now, Arkansas United, or AUCC, has been working for 5 years, empowering immigrants and their communities through coalition building, advocacy, the promotion of civic engagement, and immigration navigation services. And that's one reason why Nate is here, because she's one of our newest volunteers and navigator in training.
Navigating. Okay, so and then what does that position entail? What does it include?
Well, navigating is bringing people into our offices. I go and help them at the citizenship clinics.
Okay.
We do DACA. We do the renewals of DACA. We do I went blank.
Petitions. And we also help
power of attorneys. We just started doing power of attorneys for illegals that have the fear of being deported and have kids that are U.S. citizens.
Okay.
So we do a lot.
That is wonderful. So I'm looking forward to seeing how all of that is progressing. I see on your Facebook page that you attended the meeting in Paragould.
Yes. Unfortunately, that was a bust. They was trying to get Congressman Boozman and Crawford. And nobody showed up. It was very interesting though, because what they did. This is the second town hall that NEA Indivisible has organized, and we got invited last night, so that was good. But they did like a video conference. But it was more like a one people conference, because what they did is they recorded the questions for Congressman Crawford. And then they was gonna forward the questions, but I got to meet some very excited people. They are moved by what's going on in their communities, and like I wrote on there, these people were willing to give up their evening to address these issues with legislators, and they unfortunately they didn't show up. But these are the people that we would like to work with to raise awareness about issues in the community, and especially with the immigrant community and the immigration reform and stuff like that.
So within the city of Jonesboro or the KLEK County, have you encountered many people? I know we talked about this before about people being uncertain when it comes to an immigration reform and what's going to happen now, and just what's next. So since our last meeting, what has been the mood of the people, the attitude? How are they feeling now?
Well, there's still a lot of uncertainty, and nobody really knows what's going on. Sometimes, unfortunately, you get the information from the news, and sometimes that's a little bit exaggerated. But the uncertainty is real. The fear, it is real. Unfortunately, Mr. Trump can wake up one morning and do something that can hurt everybody. And on the other hand, he could do something that could potentially be good, but so we don't know yet. We are always, like I said, we do forums to inform people about know your rights, and we also have a program that deals with fast response in case that in the worst scenario we get this deportation machine started and people start getting separated, from their families and stuff like that. And so we're trying to get these community forums to inform people about their rights and what they can do if in case their loved ones get caught up in the broken system of immigration. And so it's important that people reach out to us and find out, how we can help.
Okay.
And volunteers are always welcome, of course.
Right. You're tuned into Community Conversations on KLEK 102.5 FM, and we're speaking with Mr. David Nunez and Ms. Nada Marino from Arkansas. Oh goodness, Arkansas United Community Coalition.
That's up on the screen.
I know. Okay, and we're talking about an event. Well, we talked about an event that's coming up on May 1st, and we'll go back over that. And we're just going through some updates on the organization and what they're doing to help the citizens in Jonesboro, but not just Jonesboro, because this coalition is all over Arkansas. So you connect with many other agencies across the state.
Yes, we have 7 different IRCs. Our headquarters being in the Northwest Arkansas in Fayetteville, and then we have on the River Valley, we have in Fort Smith and Central Arkansas.
Okay.
We have an office in Little Rock and Jonesboro, and in Southeast in McGee, we have another office there, and Southwest in the Queen. So there's a lot of resources throughout the state. Here in Jonesboro, our IRC has been it's been going on since June last year. June 11, we had our grand opening, and Mayor Perrin was there. We have had good relationships with the mayor.
Wonderful.
And the chief of police. So we have a good support group as far as if anybody fears of reaching out because. Repercussions or whatever.
Okay.
We always try to tell people that we do have a good support group. There's a lot of people that wants to help and make a difference, and so we're working on growing as we go, and we do have those. I don't know if you mentioned the clinics. We do have had clinics in Batesville, and like yesterday we went to Paragould.
Okay.
So we're trying to be mobile and reach out to the Northeast, which is our area here.
Okay.
And so we're trying to be mobile and reach out to all the communities around Northeast Arkansas.
Okay. Do you see maybe more centers popping up in areas further east, say like Crittenden County, which covers West Memphis, Marion? Or do people have to travel here to get services from you, from those areas? Any community can have the resources we have. Okay.
And so, like in Batesville, we was trying to establish a group in Batesville that could do potentially what I'm doing here, and have an organizer there. And I have been in touch with some of the schools in West Memphis as well, and in the city of West Memphis. I've talked to, and I forgot her name. I didn't write it down. Sorry, but it's been a while. But we're trying to go to different communities and have organizers there, because this is the community's job, actually. You know, we're trying to get the community involved and encourage the community to empower themselves, so they can speak out and address their issues. You know.
Along with the people that you're helping, do you try to encourage them to make detailed records of their family history? So in the event, you know, God forbid, that they get separated or something tragic happens, there is a record of their family. You know, this is where, you know, whoever was born, this is where they moved to. Basically, worst comes to worst. You know, people who haven't gained their legal status yet, they do have to go back to somewhere. There's still a record of who they are, where they're from, their, you know, spouses, children, whatever. Are you trying to encourage people to keep records, detailed records, birth records, marriage record, you know, anything like that?
You want to touch on that? We do actually on the clinics. We have had workshops that inform people how to do files and for different, like for medical records and for arrest records, or anything has to be, you know, a file and store, and also for other families, so they know where, you know, where to find them in case they need to be found or notified of any incident or whatever.
Okay.
So yeah.
And I know we talked about, you know, there's a process for people to get their legalization. Are you strongly encouraging people now, go for it? I mean, I know there's cost involved, I know there's a lot of paperwork involved, but now more than ever, it's important to obtain the legal status. Are you trying to push?
Absolutely, yeah. It is very important because, I mean, the uncertainty again that we are seeing. We are encouraging LPRs, which is legal permanent residents, to go ahead and step forward and become a citizen. If you have a relative, or if you're married, you know, if you have a petition, to go ahead and put it on file. For the same reason that, you know, we don't know what's going to happen, and yeah, it is very important to be prepared and to be ready. Our fees have went up, actually. Catholic Charities used to charge $85 for citizenship and DACA renewals. It has gone up to $150.
Yeah. That's not just something somebody can just drop off. You know, especially if you're working and paying bills and doing different things, you have to kind of budget around that. Right. So I understand.
Now we do have a partner called Communities Unlimited. They do provide loans for the fee, for the application fee, whether it's for citizenship or DACA. Communities Unlimited will loan the whatever cost of the fee, but all they have to pay is the Catholic Charities fee and our fee, which also has gone up.
Oh wow. Yeah. Alrighty. So also, when we talk setting this interview up, you mentioned a Live After 5. So are you all participating?
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
And so what way are you participating?
We will be there.
Okay. So you have a booth set up, table?
Not this time. We are partnering with Autumn to promote this event, to get people together, you know, inviting our immigrant community to be a part of this event. And this event is going to go through September, I think. And so they allow one nonprofit to sponsor them, or to table. And so we will have an opportunity to give out information.
That's wonderful.
But it won't be this one.
Maybe
the next one.
Okay.
Maybe the next one. But we are encouraging people to attend. It's May 20th from 5 to 8.
April
20th.
I'm sorry.
It's tomorrow night.
It's tomorrow night.
Tomorrow night. And, you know, this will be great because part of the purpose of the Live After 5 is to bring the community of the city of Jonesboro together as a whole. And we have all types of people that are living here, so it'd be great for everybody to come out and socialize and fellowship and see who all lives here and get to know your neighbors.
Exactly. I know. I wish I could speak different languages, because, like I said, we serve the immigrant community, so we have a lot of Asians, a lot of Indians, a lot of Muslims, and I would like to invite everybody, to be a part of this event, because, like I mentioned in other interviews, that the civic engagement part is one of my biggest reasons why I'm doing this work, to get people together and to get involved within the community.
Alrighty, well, we're going to take a break. You're tuned into Community Conversations, and we're going to get ready to take a quick break. If you have any questions or comments, you can give us a call after the break. Phone number is 870-277-1080, and we'll be right back with Mr. David Nunez and Ms. Nada Marino.
You're listening to Community Conversations on KLEK 102.5 FM. We'll be right back.
We're back with Money Matters. I'm Alfred Edmond Jr. A key component of building wealth is becoming an educated and engaged investor. Whether you're ready to build a portfolio of individual stocks or you just want to be more involved with managing your 401k retirement savings, here's what you need to keep in mind. Know your tolerance for risk. Be aggressive enough to achieve decent earnings, but not so aggressive that you get stressed out by every dip in the stock market. Start and stay diversified, with no more than 5% of your portfolio in any one company, even if that company is the one you work for. Finally, don't try to time the market. Stick to your investment approach without regard to the ups and downs of the stock market. Even when working with a financial advisor, which I recommend, be committed to educating yourself about investing by reading articles in Black Enterprise and other financial media, as well as books on investing. I'm Alfred Edmond Jr. for Money Matters, a product of American Urban Radio Networks.
Money Matters is made possible by the Jonesboro Alumni Chapter of Delta Sigma Theta Sorority Incorporated, a nonprofit organization dedicated to uncompromising commitment to communities, service, leadership, empowerment. www.jonesboroalumnidst.org.
Money Matters is brought to you by Bancorp South, offering checking, savings, loans, credit cards, and wealth management. 5 locations in Jonesboro to serve you. www.bancorpsouth.com or 870-972-9800.
Starks Auto Plaza, your pre-owned superstore, is a longtime supporter of KLEK. 2829 Red Wolf Boulevard, Starks offers clean, reliable vehicles of all makes and models. Starks also offers no-hassle pricing, friendly service, financing options with approved credit. At Starks, you're always family, and our motto is, we never say no. 870-203-9980. StarksAutoPlaza.com.
Host Consumer Brands is seeking to hire full-time maintenance technicians at their Jonesboro facility. Host offers good starting pay, 3 weeks of paid vacation, comprehensive benefits, 401k with employee match, and frontline incentives while working 4 days on and 4 days off. More information is available at jobs.hostconsumerbrands.com. Host Consumer Brands is an equal opportunity employer.
KLEK 102.5 FM wants to be active in the community. If you or your organization is hosting a community service event, we would like to know about it and be a part of it. KLEK will promote your event on air, online, and on social media. KLEK personalities may also attend the event and provide music and or entertainment. Certain restrictions and availability may apply. If you or your organization would like to partner with KLEK to make the Jonesboro community a better place, call 870-277-1080 or email us at klek@klekfm.org. In order for a community announcement or church announcement to be aired on KLEK 102.5 FM, we ask that the announcement be sent at minimum 1 week in advance. Thank you for supporting KLEK 102.5 FM.
And now back to Community Conversations on KLEK 102.5 FM.
Welcome back to Community Conversations on KLEK 102.5 FM, and you're tuned in with me, Quabila Harden, Kato Wonder, and Mr. David Nunez and Nada Marino, and they are here representing the Arkansas United Community Coalition. Okay, and so we have been talking about a few things, how some of the immigrants, the residents of different areas are feeling, concerning some of the talk about immigration reform and some other things that are going on. And again, we're not going to get too deep into some political topics, but we do want to go back over an event that's coming up on May 1st, and this is happening in Little Rock at the state capitol, and it's called Day Without Immigrants March, or Dia Sin Inmigrantes. So David is going to give us some ways that people can help support this event. Go ahead.
Okay, so Días Sin Inmigrantes, a day without immigrants, May Day, what is called generally. Just a little description. It's an international holiday.
Okay.
There was back in the day. They used to celebrate. It was a big celebration with dances and flowers and very, very happy. Very,
I remember doing that in junior high school. We would have a big day, then there was like a maypole. I don't know.
Yeah, exactly. So a lot of countries actually celebrate it. So I like to throw that out there because we have different options to celebrate this day, which in our case we're gonna take the opportunity to send a message about our immigrant community.
Okay.
And so we are going to the Capitol to have a rally and a march and a community meeting, and it's going to be from 1 to 3, I believe. So there's a couple things that y'all can do, that people can do to support. We are wearing the white shirt, which I'm wearing it from now.
Okay.
Well, I'm gonna wash it later. Maybe.
Please. Go ahead. We still have like 2.5 minutes.
We're wearing a white shirt. We are we can quit or not quit, but not go to work.
Okay.
And not go to school. I think in some states, kids are gonna walk out of school, like they did.
You're gonna do
a
walkout.
Like a walkout.
Immigrant walkout.
Oh wow!
And
so basically, this event is trying to help raise awareness on to the American citizens how important immigrants are to our society, what roles they play in the workforce, in the school system, wherever.
Yeah.
Because many people. Okay, think about the lawn care. Just look around Jonesboro. I know people that work in lawn care. I know people who are Hispanics that have their own construction companies. I'm not going to call their name, but the whole family does different things between the building of the frame, the roofing, and whatever. So they're very beneficial to the city.
Well, I know we don't want to sound political. We don't want to get into the fight, but there is legislature that is trying to discredit, and devalue the worker, and like those people that you mentioned, farm workers, people that work mowing grass or whatever, they're being called like low skill workers, and the new legislature is trying to deny a path of citizenship to these people because apparently they're not smart enough. And so,
I personally don't want to cut any grass. So,
these are the things that we're trying to raise awareness, and this is why it is important that for people that have the opportunity to speak out and speak up, to accompany us to these events.
Okay.
And to be a part of it and speak out.
Okay, well, we only have 30. Hello.
KLEK, who's calling?
Hello. Yes, may I speak to Mr. Kale?
If this is a business call, call me back in about 15 minutes. We're on the air right now.
Okay, we'll do.
All right, thank you, sir.
All right, well, we would like to thank Mr. David and Ms. Nada. I'm so sorry.
It's okay.
I apologize, Ms. Nada and Mr. David, for joining us today. And thank you for Arkansas Community the coalition for everything that you do for the citizens of Jonesboro.
Have a great day, y'all.
You're listening to Community Conversations on KLEK 102.5 FM, a program focusing on the people working to make the Jonesboro community a better place while offering viewpoints from all sides of the issues. The views expressed in this program are those of the participants and do not necessarily reflect the views of KLEK 102.5 FM, the voice of Arkansas Minority Advocacy Council, or our underwriters or sponsors.